Ecclesiastes 9. Let's just go through it. Like I said, this book is not an exciting book. This book destroys a lot of narratives too. We have this positivity movement, this, I just want to stay away from toxicity and negativity. But the book of Ecclesiastes is basically saying life is negative in many aspects, and we got to deal with it, And he tells us how to deal with it, but we also got to be honest and not pretend we live in a bubble or try to escape it. You can't escape it. You cannot. You might be able to escape it for a day or week or two, but death is going to occur. Loss is going to occur. Confusion is going to occur. Madness, oppression is going to occur. So for you to think, I'm just going to be away from all the negativity, it's not going to happen. That's what this book is telling you. It's not going to happen. In this life, it's not going to happen. So let's just keep reading. There's like a slap in the face to some people. This book like bursts a lot of people's bubbles. So let's just continue reading. Verse 1, Ecclesiastes 9, verse 1. But all this I lay to heart, examining it all. And this is what he's examining. How the righteous and the wise and the deeds are in the hands of God. So when a righteous and a wise person does anything, God is using them. It's in their hand, in God's hands. Whether it is love or hate, man does not know. Both are before him. Whether it is love or hate, man does not know. Both are before God. So either way, God knows, and God directs their deeds, the righteous and the wise. All right, verse 2. It is the same for all, since the same event happens to the righteous and the wicked. All right, so now he's going to talk about death. This is the event that he's talking about that happens to all. To the good and to the evil, to the clean and to the unclean, to him who sacrifices and him who does not sacrifice. As the good one is, so is the sinner, and he who swears as he who shuns an oath. This is an evil in all that is done under the sun, that the same event happens to all. All right? So it don't matter if you're wicked or good, clean or unclean. If you sacrifice, or you say, I don't care about sacrifice, I don't want to sacrifice, this event is going to happen to all of them. Let's see. Also, the hearts of the children of men are full of evil. Right? Okay. In Romans 3, it talks about that there is none righteous, no, not one. That all have gone astray. All. It says right here, also the hearts of the children of men are full of evil, and madness is in their hearts while they live. He's talking about you and me, okay? There's madness in us. Sometimes there are some things that when we think about it, we're like, whoa, did I just think that? There's madness in our hearts. Whether you like, I know some people want to be like, no, I'm a normal person. See, when you understand the Bible, you realize not only that all have sinned, but that there's madness in some people. And not some. There's madness in everybody. It might be a different type of madness. And the thing is, we know when somebody's mad when we see them schizophrenic or psychopathic. But, some people have it in a lower degree. But here it says that, and madness is in their hearts while they live. And after that, they go to the dead, all right? We all going to die. But he who is joined with all the living has hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion, right? So if you're alive, you're better than the guy who's dead. Because what would you rather be? A powerful lion that could scream and roar and is dead? Or some, junkyard dog with all dirty and dusty but is alive? Which one would you rather be? You'd rather be the living dog. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know they will die, but the dead know nothing. The living know, okay, I'm going to die, but I still got an opportunity. I'm still alive, and I know I'm going to die, but, at least I have a shot. But the dead know nothing. That's it. They're done. They're done. And they have no more reward, for the memory of them is forgotten. See, when you die, people are going to forget you. Maybe not this generation, but definitely 100 years from now, 200 years from now, your name will be like nothing. I mean, there are some people that exist, live for a few centuries, and people remember them through history and all. But the majority, 95% of the people, your memory will be gone. 200-300 years from now, nobody, all your aunts, all your descendants are not going to remember who you were. They might know your name, but that's about it. The memory of them is forgotten. Their love and their hate and their envy have all perished. Everything that you have, every love that you have, every hate, every envy, guess what? You're done. It's gone. It's like you never existed. And forever, they have no more share in all that is under the sun. That's it. Once you're dead, that's it. You're not coming back. You're gone. Until Christ comes to set up a new kingdom on earth, and we're going to live and reign with him, and we're going to eat of that tree of life. That's it. You're gone. There's no remembrance. That's it. All your love, your hate, envy, nothing. All right, verse 7. Now this theme is what Solomon keeps repeating. This is like the cure. Go, eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart. For God has already approved what you do. All right? So like he keeps saying, eat, drink, and be merry, for this is your lot in life. That's one thing he keeps repeating. And over here it says, God has already approved of what you do. So in other words, if you do that, don't have some super righteous Christian say, oh, look at you. You're glowing. You like to just celebrate and all that. You should be miserable and, downcast like me. No, God has approved this thing of eat your bread with joy and drink your wine with a merry heart. God has approved it. And also this condemns anybody who says that it's wrong to drink wine. Because here Solomon says, go ahead, drink your wine with a merry heart. Go ahead, drink your wine with a merry heart. So, I know like Islam says you can't drink alcohol at all. Well, the Bible said, and Solomon, who had the wisdom of God, said it's fine. All right, verse 8, let your garments be always white. Let not be oil lacking on your head. Okay, physically he's saying, okay, make sure you're not sloppy looking, but really what he's really trying to say is the garments being white is that you don't stain yourself with sin. Don't pollute yourself with sin. Make sure, like in the book of Revelation, it says that the saints that were dressed in white, they were dressed in white. White represents purity and cleanliness. So yes, go eat and drink, but let your garments always be white. It doesn't mean, I got to wear white garments all the time and I can't wear blue or red. No, it's talking about make sure that you live right. Go eat and drink, but don't overeat or don't overdrink. Let your garments always be white. Let not oil be lacking on your head. Oil was the way they used to do their hair, back then, or anoint kings or a prophet. But also spiritually, don't let the flow of the Holy Spirit, cease from your life and say, I'm just going to do me. Let not oil be lacking on your head. Always go with the presence of Holy Spirit. All right, verse 8. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love, all the days of your vain life that he has given you under the sun, because that is your portion in life and in your toil at which you toil under the sun. All right, so it says, enjoy life with your wife whom you love. All right, look, again, eat, drink, and be merry. That's what Solomon say, but also look, if you're married, enjoy the wife of whom you love. Don't be negative or covetous and I don't like this one. I wish I had that. Enjoy it. Why? Because it says, where is it? Verse 9. All the days that he has given you under the sun, God has given you that. God said, look, trust me, there's some men who would die to have a woman. Literally, they're killing themselves. You have one and you're miserable. It's saying, look, enjoy it. Enjoy life with the wife whom you love all the days of your empty life. Your life is empty. Don't make it seem like, oh, my life is super wonderful. Solomon is giving us a reality check. This life is vain, is empty. All right? All the days of your vain life that he has given you under the sun, because that is your portion in life. That's another portion to just love your wife. Enjoy life with the partner he's given you. Go have some fun, go laugh, enjoy it. Don't be miserable. Don't be by yourself, lonely. That's what God told Adam. that it's not good for a man. Well, he told the heavenly council, it's not good for a man to be alone. He's giving you a wife as a portion, and in your toil at which you toil under the sun. Life is hard. You got to work and everything, and God is giving you that. So enjoy it. Don't be like, my wife makes me miserable. I wish I didn't have nothing. This is what God says. This is your portion, your inheritance in this vain life that you have. Verse 10. Whatever your hands finds to do, do it with your might. All right? So I don't care if it's cleaning a toilet or being a pilot or being a nurse or being a mom. You do it with all your might. You cannot do a half job. Whatever your hands find to do it with all your might. Do it with all your strength. Do it right. Don't. So that's the mentality you got to have. For there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in hell, in Sheol. Right? Because, look, God is giving you a life. And with that life, he wants you to do something. But if you're going to do it right. Because you know what? When you die, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to be laying in a box rotting. To which you are going. Right? Don't get it twisted. Like I said, reality check. This is where we're all going. Right? I know you want to hear positive messages and all that. This is where you're going. So as long as you hear, whatever you do it with your might. All right? Because that's it. You only got 70, 80, 90 years. So might as well do what you're doing with all your might. Not, I'm going to do it now. I'm going to take another nap. Trust, look, you're going to take a long nap in 80 years and you're not going to get out of it. So, because that is for there is no work or thought or knowledge or wisdom in Sheol to which you are going. All right. Verse 11. Again, I saw that under the sun, the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, nor bread to the wise, nor riches to the intelligent, nor favor to those with knowledge. But time and chance happen to them all. All right? See, we have this preconceived notion that if you're fast, you're going to win the race. You know what I'm saying? When the race happens, there's a little bit of a wind gust and the wind pushes you back and then you lose the race. Or you think that the battle's to the strong. Oh, that's a strong military. There's no way nobody's going to defeat them. Then all of a sudden, some guy thinks of a plan to neutralize the tanks, and it's by using dogs or something. The battle is not to the strong, nor bread to the wise. Trust me. When there's a recession, there's a lot of highly intelligent people with college degrees, and they don't have a job. Nor riches to the intelligent. Again, just because somebody is intelligent doesn't mean they might be rich. Maybe somebody might not notice them. Maybe they have character problems. Nor favor to those with knowledge. We're gonna read in a few minutes about somebody that had knowledge and he got no favor. So just because you have knowledge, don't think I've studied up, I understand a lot of things that people are going to say, wow, we really like this guy. In this world, a lot of people don't appreciate you, won't appreciate your knowledge, and they won't show you any favor. But time and chance happen to them all. In the end, it's time and chance that will happen to all these situations. So you can never assume, oh, that's a strong army, they're going to win. Or, oh, that guy is so smart, he's going to have a lot of riches or favor. He's going to have a lot of favor. It's time and chance. It's like when Joseph was in prison. It was not that time for him to show his wisdom until Pharaoh brought him out of prison. Somebody told Pharaoh about Joseph, and then that's when time and chance happened to Joseph. But it was time and chance. And all those years, he was struggling for 12 years in the prison, in a dungeon in Egypt. But it was time and chance that happened to him also. For man does not know his time. Right? You don't know the future. There's come people that tell me, oh, I'm going to go to college, and I'm going to get this job, and then after 20 years, I'm going to retire, then I'm going to go over here. You don't know. For man does not know his time. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if a disease is going to happen, or the economy might crash, or the job you're in is going to become obsolete. For no man knows his time. like fish that are taken in an evil net, and like birds that are caught in a snare, so the children of man are snared at an evil time when it suddenly falls upon them. It's talking about death. You know, when a fish is caught in a net or a bird is caught in a snare, they're basically doomed. You don't know when that evil day is going to happen to you. We don't know when we're going to die. Sometimes I'm driving. Sometimes I'm driving and I see a car going my way. And I'm like, man, if this guy's tire blows or he's not paying attention, he could crash into me. I'm dead. It could happen like that. It says, "For so the children of men are snared at an evil time when it suddenly falls upon them." That's the come. You always got to be ready. To meet your, like in Amos, it says, prepare to meet your God. We got to be prepared to meet our God at all times, because that evil time might suddenly fall on you. So, verse 13. "I have also seen this example of wisdom under the sun, and it seemed great to me." Now, when he says it seemed great to him, he's not saying great in good. He's like confused. He's like very shocked at what the wisdom he's shown, because this is what he saw. "There was a little city with few men in it, and a great king came against it and besieged it, building great siege works against it." All right, so there was this little town. Then all of a sudden, the Babylonian army came and surrounded this small town, and with siege works. That's the thing, that they break down the walls and they make they find ways to break through the defenses, and they're surrounding this little town with few men. "But there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city." So somehow this poor wise man came out and either told the people, look, say this to the army, or do this, and the army will go away, and he delivered the city. And the people were like, wow, we're about to be crushed, but somehow, some way, the army didn't destroy us and conquer us because of this poor wise man. But here's the thing that Solomon found great. Yet, no one remembered that poor man. So in other words, after that happened, instead of thanking him or even remembering the action or the advice he gave them, they don't even remember. It's like, the Babylonians came and destroyed us. How did we get delivered? I don't know. I forgot. Who was that guy? It's like, but I say that wisdom is better than might. Right? That poor man's wisdom was stronger than the Babylonian army's might. Though the poor man's wisdom is despised, because they didn't respect him. You would think they would put him on a pedestal, put like an honorary statue of the poor wise man and how he saved the town. Yet his wisdom, though the poor man's wisdom is despised and his words are not heard. So even then, Solomon said, you know what? Even though that guy didn't get any credit, any acknowledgement, they forgot about him, that his wisdom is better than the might of a powerful army. And this is why the words of the wise are heard in quiet. The words of the wise heard in quiet are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools, which is also good advice for us. A wise man, they speak quietly. They don't raise their voice and become like the fool. The fool shouts, and it says better than the shouting of a ruler among the fools. The ruler is the one shouting and all that, but the wise man is talking quietly. He's talking patiently. He's addressing it without raising a voice. I remember there was a lady we knew, Debbie Rizzi, and sometimes when her husband and her used to get on it, and the husband, got a little tense, she just kept talking in a normal voice. Why? The words of the wise heard in quiet are better than the shouting of a ruler among fools. Wisdom is better than weapons of war. Right? Isn't that what we read right here in verse 13 to 16? Wisdom is better than weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Right? It's sad that it only takes one person to destroy everything. It takes one leader of a country to destroy generations of what other presidents did. It takes one person in a household to do something stupid, and it just destroys the household, even though they did so many wonderful things. It just takes one sinner and they'll destroy much good. You know, like I think of the Duggars. You know, they did so good with the homeschooling, promoting it, trying to raise godly kids. But it was one sinner, one of their sons, who said, you know, I'm gonna watch child porn and you know, touch women and touch my own sisters. He destroyed everything. One sinner could destroy much good. So, lesson here: don't be that one sinner. Don't destroy the good. Have some decency and say, you know what, I'm not gonna do it. They've done so much good, and I'm not gonna do it. So, but it's a sad reality in life. You know, a lot of people, a lot of nations could build up stuff, but it only takes one person to destroy everything. 200 years of this nation, 250 years of this nation, everything is going to be destroyed by one person. Yeah, that's the way it is. So, all right, so we'll stop there. Anybody got a question, comment, observation?